Hello, good day. Our readings for this particular Sunday continue in the same vein as last Sunday, which is to be expected, of course. And that is faith in God and not in things. God will give me what is forever and not just what will last for a while and then go away. Taking into account that reading from Hebrews just quickly, the idea from there that I would like to sum up is living in faith means trusting that God will give me what is good forever, as long as I live in His will, as long as, like Abraham, I am obedient. The gospel reading is what I like to concentrate on, which is fascinating, isn't it? It's sort of what is called an end-time reading, a reading that talks about what we need to be prepared for so at the end time we're ready. Girt your loins and light your lamps, and be like servants who await the master's return. Now, the master's return is the comeuppance, is the time when everything is going to be settled, and it's the end, and we will have the result of the way we lived, and we will be paid our, so to speak, just wages, or our just punishment. The master finds vigilant on his arrival. We're ready to open the door. The real issue is ready. That we have spent our lives in readiness and not about something else. We live our lives prepared to greet our master. That's the theme. That's a summation. Okay, there are two stories here. There are two parables. The first one, Jesus is really telling to everyone. Girt your loins and light your lamps, and be like servants who await the master's return. Blessed are those servants whom the master finds vigilant on his arrival. There in that story, they're ready. No matter when he comes, they're prepared. You also must be prepared, for at an hour you do not expect the Son of Man will come. That's live your life in a state of preparedness. Then Peter says, Lord, is this parable meant for us or for everyone? And then, in turn, he explains things by giving another parable. Who then is the faithful and prudent steward, whom the master will put in charge of his servants to distribute the food allowance at the proper time? Okay, he's setting it in context of someone who's like sort of the steward of the food. Blessed is that servant whom the master on arrival finds doing so. Okay, you have three situations here. The first one is the one who knew the master's will and acted in accord with the master's will. What's the result of that? The master will put that servant in charge of his property. I assume that means his reward will be heaven. Okay, then you have two other situations right below that. The unexpected day, unexpected hour, and that he finds a servant was not prepared, and he'll punish the servant severely and assign him a place with the unfaithful. What's that place? perhaps hell, perhaps purgatory. That servant who knew the master's will, but did not make preparations nor act in accord with his will, shall be beaten severely. Okay, that's the first sort of result. He knew what the master wanted and he ignored it. Did not act according to the master's will. He'll receive a severe beating. The third case, the servant was ignorant of his master's will, but acted in a way deserving of a severe beating. But understand now, he didn't know the master's will. He shall only be beaten lightly. So, well, why is he beaten even at all? He didn't know the master's will. I suspect what that means is, knowing the master, he should have understood what the master's will would probably have been. And only a light beating. What's the difference in terms of heaven, hell, and purgatory in that scenario? He doesn't spell that out. He doesn't say a higher place, a worse place in hell, a better place in hell, whatever that means, a place in purgatory, a worse place in purgatory, a better place in purgatory. None of that's explained. Only that the person will be punished, one severely, one lightly. Much will be required of the person entrusted with much, and still more will be demanded of the person entrusted with more. Well, that certainly makes sense. Entrusted with more. Entrusted with more knowledge. Entrusted with more understanding with what the Lord wants. In other words, there is a scale. But at the same time, there's a scale of rewards. There's a, how have we done with our lives? The Lord will measure us according to what we knew, and in terms of what we knew, what and then we went and did. What we knew. We're going to know more as we pay more attention to the Lord. But as we know more, that enables us to be even more faithful on the other side. May what the Lord entrusts to us be well entrusted. We certainly are always given the Lord's strength. He does not leave us on our own. As long as we make it clear we want Him to accompany us. May the Lord's pleasant presence bless us as we go through day after day our activities that He has given to us. God bless you.